Don't talk about Nigeria. Don't talk about Nigerians. Don't say anything about Nigeria. Why do you speak good things about Nigeria? Why are you always positive about Nigeria? Some of the many questions that I get whenever I talk about the country Nigeria. Um, Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shammah Benefits. I discuss topics like this one every single week, and I upload almost daily. So, if you're ready for uncomfortable discussions, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell notifications so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video or whenever I go live. So, today I want to talk about a very sensitive topic. Um, of course, yeah, I discuss sensitive topics every day, but today this is actually something so serious. Since I started creating videos here on YouTube, I told you I didn't come to talk about the topic the same way people have been talking about them. Whenever people come here, they want to show us how bad African countries are. They want to show us how poor we are. They want to show us all the problems that we have in Africa. But when I came to create YouTube videos, I decided to create those videos that are going to bring a positivity to Africa. The videos that people are going to watch and they think about Africa in a totally different perspective. Africa is not the only poor continent. It's not only Africa that has poor countries. There are a lot of countries that are so poor. Asia has so many poor countries. Countries that have people that are not so rich, okay? But it depends on what you decide to give out to the people. If you decide to give your the viewers or the people that watch you bad news about your continent and your countries, that's what they are going to receive. But if you choose to give them good news about your continent and your countries, that's also what they are going to receive. Now, personally, I chose not to bring out the negativity about Africa and all the African countries. But I said, no, it is more important to talk about the good things about Africa rather than bringing all the bad preachings, bringing all the bad things about Africa, telling people how we have scammers, telling people how we have poor countries, telling people how we have all the bad things that are happening in Africa. However much the things are happening and we can't remove them, but the criminal in Nigeria is the same criminal in America, is the same criminal in Brazil. A murder in Kenya is the same murder in Vietnam or Cambodia, and is the same murder in China and any other country. So what these countries decided, they said no, we are going to concentrate on changing the narrative about our countries and our continent. So for them, what they do, they tell you only what they want you to know. China will only show you what they want you to know about their country. Vietnam, England, America, they have been always showing you only what they want you to know about their country. But whenever we bring out Africa, we always want to bring out the poverty and the bad things about Africa. So when I started talking about countries, I said, let us look at the very countries that the media has decided to make rotten. The countries that the media, like the mainstream media, the foreign media, and even the media back home in Africa, they have decided to make it rotten. So I started with the country Nigeria, and a lot of comments have been coming through. Some that appreciate and some that say, why are you talking about Nigeria? Nigerians are scammers and what? And I even told you that some of you talk about the Nigerian scammers and criminals, but you even don't have, like, you just talk about it, you just speak about it because of what you've heard from other people, or because of what you've read on foreign media, because of the blogs and the vlogs that you watch on TV and where, but you don't have enough evidence about what you're speaking about. Okay, and I also told you that I don't defend criminals, I don't defend crime, and I'm not here to say these people are not criminals or they're not doing the crime, they're not committing the crimes that they say they commit. But what I'm talking about is we have so much to talk about in Africa, more than the the scammers in Nigeria. We have a lot of things to talk about in Africa, more than the war and what. Yes, the war is happening and a lot of bad things are happening in Africa, but good things are happening too. Okay? There are good places that we can talk about in Africa. There are good things that we can talk about and get views to. How how does it feel if a lot of people are watching your videos, but they're watching your videos because you are preaching negativity about the continent that you live in? How do you feel inside you? How do you feel inside yourself? Like, people come to you to watch your videos, people come to you to to, to stay on your videos for 1 hour, for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, just to watch that bad perspective that you have when it comes to Africa, and yet you're also African. How does it feel to you if you wake up in the morning and say, no, today I'm going to talk about Africa in a totally different way? Today I'm going to talk about Africa in a totally different perspective. I'm going to preach change. I'm going to preach love. I'm going to speak about countries that people don't want to talk about. I'm going to tell people the good things that are in the 54 African countries. I'm going to name, what if we change the narrative by ourselves? Because there's no one that is going to come out and say, no, we're going to change the narrative. When I talk about Nigeria, the Nigerian music, the Nigerian economy, the Nigerian rich people, the Nigerian movies, the Nigerian actors, the films, the whole entertainment sector, it doesn't hurt to appreciate. I'm Ugandan, I'm not Nigerian. You'd have attacked me if I was Nigerian, but I'm not Nigerian, I'm Ugandan. I don't live in Nigeria, I've never been to Nigeria. And what I'm talking about, it has facts to defend it. Like, it has facts to really defend it. It's not just a waking up in the morning and say, I'm going to talk about a country or talk about a particular topic that doesn't have factual evidence. But this one has very, very open evidence that even when I talk about the music, you feel it. You know the kind of music that Nigerians do, and you know the kind of Nigerian musicians that are taking over the world. When I talk about the movies, you know the kind of Nigerian movies and how the Nigerian movies have been so influential in the African entertainment industry. When I talk about the Nigerian rich people, you know Dangote and you know all other Nigerians. And you know whatever has been happening for all those years. It's whatever I'm talking about is, it has the facts to do what? It has the facts to defend it. So, what if we come and start to learn to have uncomfortable discussions? What if we learn to have those discussions that are not going to be so comfortable with for us, that are not going to be so good to us, but those discussions will help us develop? It's not that I feel so comfortable when I'm saying Nigerian music is almost 10 times better than Ugandan music. Because I'm Ugandan, I have my own artists that I have to promote and what. But when it comes to facts, let the facts be told. Let the facts be spoken. Uganda has a movie industry, a whole movie industry where people invest money. But when it comes to movies in Africa, Nollywood is on top. And I'm not going to say no, Ugandan movies are on top, just because I want to talk about my country. And yet the facts are there to be spoken about. We can talk about the things the very best way we're supposed to talk about them. Not just because we want to be hard, not because we want to be called good people. It's not about what you're going to think about me. It's not about what they are going to think about you. It's about what you're going to put out. It's about the change that you're going to make. We make these videos not because we want to be so good. We make these videos not because we want to be called the smartest. We make these videos because there is where we want to be. This is where we want to see our continent. I've gotten a chance that I've been to at least a few countries. I've gotten a chance that I've at least traveled to developing countries, the real definition of developing, where countries have been developing for the last 10 years. The countries have been developing plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, plus 40, plus 90. The real definition of developing countries. And I look at these countries and I'm like, wow, Africa can do this too. Okay? Those are the things that we are supposed to do. People are doing PR for their continent. People are doing PR for their countries. And we are waking up in the morning, we get out cameras, we get out our phones, and start speaking trash about other African countries. And then we wake up in the morning, we say, when we travel, people don't like us. People don't like our colors. People are doing this and doing this. Some of the things that we do have started to create, because people watch these videos, people from Asia, from China, from Korea, they really watch these videos. Okay? They really watch these videos. They come out and see you. You wake up in the morning, you get your phone and start trashing other African countries. Start talking rubbish. Start abusing and insulting other countries and other people just because they're not from your country. This goes to everyone, every African. Don't just get up in the morning and say, no, Nigeria is bad. Don't talk about Nigeria. Okay, you don't want to talk about Nigeria and you don't want to hear about it. But there's a person outside there that would like to know the real facts that are happening on ground. There's a person that comes here and searches about Nigeria and he or she doesn't want to watch videos from Europeans. They don't want to watch videos from Asians. They want to watch videos from other Africans and the perspective they have about Nigeria. And then that person will follow into your video that is saying Nigerians are scammers, Nigerians are doing what? Okay? People have gotten married to Nigerians. People have doing businesses with Nigerians, legit businesses. And people have lost their businesses because of the videos that some of you come here and put out, because of the content that you put on the internet. People have lost jobs because of the content that you put on the internet. Someone has been employed somewhere in Vietnam as a teacher, but he has been working there for 3 months or 4 consecutive months. He makes a mistake, and then because of the 2 or 3 videos that his boss or one other teacher watched on YouTube about Nigeria, and then they will say, no, this guy is not good. You see, we watched the video. Fellow Africans were saying this about this country, and they were saying, no, Nigerians are not good, so I think Nigerians are not good. Let's fire him. People have lost opportunities because of the things that you put out, and that's how you want to be remembered. As a person that made people lose their jobs, as a person that made people lose their businesses, or you want to be remembered as a person that brought positivity and changed the world. There are simple things that we can do, things that you think are small, that we can do either to build or to destroy. Sometimes you don't need to do a lot of things to bring change that could be positive or negative. You don't need to do a lot of things. You will just wake up in the morning, get your microphone and your laptop like me, get your camera, put it there, get your phone. Right now we can use the phones and do everything. So there are things that we can really do to bring a positive change into our continent. Yes? Yeah, you see gold. You see, let me read your comment aloud. You say, it's so bad that they have dedicated their TV and radio mediums just to blackmail, as well highlight our shortcomings, never the positive, especially when it comes to rankings or statistics where, yes, they don't want to talk about this. Let me give you an example. There is some guy, there is, I'm sorry, I'm sorry about, there was an internet problem, but I think everything has been fixed right now. Hope we're back. Yes, we're back now. So I was telling you about one guy that has a YouTube channel here. I watched this guy's YouTube channel and I was like, man, this is what really is happening in Africa. Now, this is what happened. The Grammys happened last week. Sorry, the Grammys happened last week. And Wizkid was one of the people that were nominated in the awards, of course with other African artists. Now, from Africa, leaving alone blacks or African Americans and other people, but here from Africa, it's two Africans that won the awards, and that was Angelica Kidjo, yes, from Benin, and Black Coffee from South Africa. Now, instead of this guy highlighting the good moments in the Grammys and how these Africans were smart, people like Eddie Kenzo, people like Angelica Kidjo, people like Black Coffee and other people that attended the awards, this guy made a video laughing at Wizkid for not taking the award. But the video that he made talking about the award, the category there, the person that won the award was another African from Benin. See, that's how we have put ourselves so low that he didn't even want to know about the other guy that had won. They don't even want to know about the good things that have happened. They would just wake up in the morning and start laughing at Wizkid because of losing one award, the guy that has won over millions, like hundreds of awards all across Africa and in the world. And then the guy starts talking about like losing a Grammy, he has lost a Grammy, Nas lost a Grammy. Nas lost almost, he was in almost 50% of the categories. He was nominated almost everywhere. He lost everything. And no one is laughing at him. And you're laughing at your fellow African. Where these people even select the person that are going to give the award when it comes to Africa. They will do it selectively because they have what they are thinking about. They have what they are putting on board. And that is another thing that I'm going to talk about one day when we have to discuss those international awards, the so-called international awards, the global awards, the Grammys, the BETs and whatevers. Whenever they select Africans that they are going to award, with due respect to all Africans that are winning these awards, they always want to put there a person that is not trending right now because they want to devalue the people that are trending. You'll find out that if at all Wizkid goes down, like musically, ranking statistically, and the sales right now, and the next year they will award him a Grammy when no one is even thinking about him, when no one is streaming his music and what, and they will leave the people that are on top at that moment, because they always want to nominate you and then show you that people didn't vote for you because people don't like you. Because now you see that Africans are penetrating so much that some are selling high. I was looking at Spotify and Wizkid's song was on top for 26 weeks. 26 weeks, #1 on Spotify playlist. Not in Uganda, not in Kenya, not in Nigeria, but in America. The title is Essence. It was on #1 for 26 weeks. You can't tell me that such a person doesn't have a fan base that is going to vote for him in the Grammys. So those are the things, but I don't want to discuss that right now. But I'm telling you that is no anything that you can build while hating people. Yes? Is nothing that you can, there is nothing that you can do in hating people. It is only the love and love and love. I want you to look at the things. You guys look at things. Even when you look at bloggers, even when you look at vloggers, look at the people that have been doing all those things. Look at how they have fallen down. Look at their endings. Look at the people that are always attacking other people. Coming here to compare the video to Wizkid. Yes, it's okay to put their comparison. That is positive. Let us show how many awards they have won and this and this and this, how much money they make, the streams they have and what. But don't come just laughing at another person. Okay? Laughing at another person and say, oh, this is this, he has not won this, he has not taken this, he has not taken this. But in that same category, there's another African that has taken it. You're not talking about Black Coffee from South Africa. The first nomination in the category that Black Coffee won, it was a very, very big category. It was a dance / electronic album, the best dance / electronic album. Not African, not what? A very big category. And you're not talking about it. You're not talking about Black Coffee. You're not talking about other Africans that were nominated and won. You just want to talk about the negatives that happened in the Grammys. You're not talking about how these people were smart. You're not talking about the good performances that happened. You just get up in the morning and say, no, this guy lost. He lost. He lost. Now, let me tell you something. The only opportunity that Africa has right now to cleanse our image globally and to change the perspective about our continent is internet. The social media and the whole internet. Vlogging, blogging. That is the only chance that we have right now. The rest of the things that have happened, you've seen mainstream media all along. They have been talking about what they really want to talk about. They've been censoring Africa, like real censoring Africa, because those people get from Africa. They benefit from Africa. The people in the media houses, they make deals with African leaders, the dictators and what. And they talk about poverty, they talk about malaria, they talk about bad roads, they talk about bad things. And then the World Bank gives money to African leaders. And they share profits, they share those loans, they share those grants. Those people in media houses. But these are the things that you don't know. For you, when you wake up in the morning and go watch CNN, and they show you the bad things that are happening in Kenya down there, they'll show you how people are poor in Karamoja, Uganda. They'll show you the problems that are in North Africa, and the wars and what, and the bad things and the criminals and what. And you also start pushing that narrative. Yet you're forgetting that you're burying yourself. Right now we have social media that however much it is censored, it's not censored like they censor mainstream media. That here on the internet you can come out and speak what you really want to say. You can at least be free and give out what you want to say. There's no one that is holding your mouth and hindering you from speaking the truth. There is so much truth about Africa, so much truth about Nigeria that is not spoken, in the media, in the mainstream media. You're not going to watch it anywhere. But if you come out here and tell it to the world, maybe it's better for other person to speak it, not Nigerians. We have the internet that you can research about any particular topic, and after reading 2 or 3 or 4 blogs, you have the knowledge and the idea about what you're going to talk about. You don't need to go to Nigeria to talk about Nigeria right now. You can watch a couple of videos and talk to friends, make a few calls, or write emails to some people, and you get the idea of what you're going to talk about. So that every time we come on on TV, every time we come here on YouTube, every time we come on social media, on TikTok and where, we have to talk about the trash, we have to talk about bad things, we have to talk about everything. We have been censored for a long time. This is the time when the world is like, it's equal. Like, it's equal. Like, people have been given opportunity to speak out. We have been given opportunity to say what we want to say. We have been given opportunities to speak what we want to speak. Let us use this opportunity. However much we are not so equal, but this is enough opportunity for us to stand out and say, no, there are scammers in Nigeria, but there is Dangote, the richest man in Africa. There are scammers in Nigeria, but there is Dangote, the richest black man on earth. There are scammers in Nigeria, but there is development in fintech. There is war in Congo, but there is also people that are coming out with gold. There is also people that they are good musicians. There are problems in Tanzania, but there are also good developments that we can talk about. And not being so selfish that if I talk about Nigeria, it's so bad, but when I come out and talk about your country, oh, you clap the hands and say, thank you for the video. This is a very nice video. Let the narrative change. Let everything change. Let us change our lives. Let's transform ourselves. Let us change how we think about other people, how we think about our friends, how we think about other people and our continent. Let's put our continent first. Let me tell you something. Even if you're bleached, even if you marry white people, even if you have white children, even if you leave Africa and go and die from Europe or Asia or any other country where whites are there, you will always be black. You will always be black. You will always be African. And you will always have African roots. You see how African Americans are suffering right now? It's not because they are poor or what. They are suffering to find their roots. They are tracing their roots in West Africa. They are tracing their roots in East Africa. They are tracing their roots in Madagascar, in Central Africa. People are coming. They're trying. My mother said my father was Kenyan. Our grandparents it is. Why? Because right now they feel it. They feel like they really, really need to come back to Africa. They're trying as much as they can. But you have that opportunity. You have the opportunity to change whatever you want. Let us not be the same Africans year in, year out. People have used these opportunities to develop, to change a lot of things. Okay? Now, this guy is saying in North America, the people in that region respect and support USA without no problems. In Southeast Asia, every people from that region respect China to lead without any doubt. But when it comes, okay, yeah. So, I think you mean when it comes to Africa. Now, actually, that brings me to another point. You see, let us take an example of Ukraine. When the war started in Ukraine, even the European countries that hated Ukraine, they kept quiet and started supporting Ukraine. They said, there is war in Ukraine, why Europe, why Europe, why Europe? If you remember, when the war had just started, when the attack had just begun, when Russia invaded Ukraine in the first week, every person was saying, Europe, we're in Europe, why Europeans? Why should Europeans do that? And those people were from the other European countries because they felt like they have been touched. And what you're talking about is right. Like the war in Palestine and Israel, like all Muslim countries, no matter how they thought about Palestinians, they stood with Palestinians. The Arabs, Bangladesh, Iran, Syria. When there's a war in Syria, all the Muslim countries will stand with them. Like, there is no war in Nigeria, but is opportunity in Nigeria. Nigeria has proven to us, they have proved to us that they have more potential than a lot of African countries. And they have more potential to compete in the world market, the world entertainment market, the world business market, the world everything. So is so much opportunity in supporting them rather than breaking them. Whenever we will come here and say, no, this is this, no, this is not right, no, this is wrong, no, this is wrong, it doesn't help us at all. It just breaks us. It just puts us down. It just puts us down. If we start competing within ourselves, it just puts us down. It doesn't take us anywhere. Like the competition that we put there that is not even necessary. It's so much unnecessary. Like the people that we are looking at, for example, Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, how many shows do they have in other African countries? How many shows do they have in other African countries? And how often do they hold shows in your countries to compete with your local artists? Like most of these people, when they come to your countries, they have a single one-man show, like after 3 years or 2 years. The video is not going to come to Uganda every year. He's not going to perform every month. He'll come to Uganda after like 3 or 4 years or even 5 years. If I could remember, Davido hasn't performed in Uganda since like for 4 or 5 years now. I last remember I last saw Davido come to perform in Uganda when Moses Radio was still alive. And some years have gone since he died. So there are things that we put yourself in under competition that is not even important, not necessary at all. We can build an Africa where we think about ourselves in a very, very positive way. Not just waking up in the morning and hating ourselves. Think about it. Think about it in that perspective. Maybe you've been thinking about it in another perspective. Let's put ourselves in that perspective and start thinking about it in that way. A lot of things will change. Let us start thinking about Africa in a brotherhood way. Let us start thinking about African countries in a way where we are all together. Yes? In a way where we are all together. There is no person that is going to say my country is on top of everything. Even when we talk about Nigeria, there are things that Nigeria hasn't done that Uganda has done. There are things that Nigeria hasn't done that Ghana or any other country has done. But waking up in the morning and putting yourself, competing and amongst yourself, that is not so important. What is important is competing with the people that put themselves above us, but not competing with the people that are down here that say Nigeria and Ghana. And when you talk about Nigeria, and then Ghana will say no. When you talk about Ghana, and this one will say no. No, that's not right. That's not so important. That is not so important at all. What happened will happened. Right now we are looking at things that are going to change the African continent. We are looking at things that are going to change the narrative. We are looking at things that are going to help us develop. Think about it. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to always come back and watch more videos like this one. We have discussions like this one every single day. Almost, I upload almost every single day. We talk about African music, African countries, African movie industry, African everything. everything Africa and positive, not negative. We don't attack, we don't insult countries, but we just talk about things that are going to develop our country, our countries, and our continent. My name is Shammah Benefits. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.